What's good, Mud? It's Jordy. Now, this video, first of all, let me premise this. This is not a channel for you to be going and getting information that you'd otherwise have to Google. I'm not one of those channels that's going to spill a bunch of information about stuff or do like video essays. Nah, I'm just getting on the camera chatting. I'm just yapping. I got opinions. I'm gonna just let them out through the camera. All right. So what do I want to talk about today? Well, I want to talk about Drake and Michael Jackson. So if you go on the internet right now, and you might not even have to do it, but if you search up either Drake's name or Michael Jackson's name, you're gonna find multiple things. If you search up Drake's name, you're gonna find stuff about the 3 albums he dropped. You're gonna find stuff about his streaming numbers. You're gonna find stuff about Kendrick Lamar. If you search up Michael Jackson's name, you're gonna find stuff about how Billie Jean is #1. You're gonna find stuff about the movie, things like that. But what you're guaranteed to find, and this is my issue, what you're guaranteed to find are people genuinely believing that because of streaming numbers and whatever else, that Drake is somehow surpassing or a greater artist than Michael Jackson. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. Before I say anything, growing up, Drake has always been one of the top artists that I listen to. And I think I started listening to music when I was 11. I started listening to my own music when I was around 11, 12, something like that. And my main artists were like Rick Ross, Lil Wayne, Drake, Meek Mill, and Chief Keef. Like those were my main like rappers, like rapper artists. Well, obviously as I got older, you know, some of those artists became a little less relevant, a little less prevalent in the game. But the one that remained at the top, obviously, was Mr. Aubrey Graham. So I just always enjoyed Drake's music. I would say up until maybe post 2020, maybe anywhere between 2018 to 2020 is probably where my interest in Drake's new music kind of like I definitely still have songs by Drake that I love to listen to, that I will play every single day, play in my headphones. I'm gonna listen to it when I finish this video. But it's very silly to suggest that the man has never put out bad music or music that's like, what is this? Now moving on to Michael Jackson. I remember the day that Michael Jackson passed like it was yesterday. Me and my mom and my sister went to the park. We went to a park, came home. We went into our little computer room where we had like all of our games that me and my sister loved to play and all of that. My sister runs out of the room and goes, Mom, Michael Jackson died. My mom gets up, goes, what? Got her hand over her mouth and everything. She's crying. Oh my God. She turns on the channel. Boom. Michael Jackson dead at 50. I mean, my sister's like, we were like, we heard of Michael Jackson, but like, what's up? Who was he? Was he the president or something? We didn't know. I was like 9. My sister was like 11. Yeah, I was 9 because he died in 2009. So ever since then, my parents made sure that this was a Michael Jackson household, low key. Like, we always listen to Michael. Nothing crazy. We just really enjoy his music. You know, there's times we'll play his live performances on our big TV in the living room and just go crazy to some Michael Jackson. Now, with that being said, these comparisons that people are making between Michael Jackson and Drake are crazy. Again, I am a Drake fan. I really enjoy Drake's music. I am a Michael Jackson fan. I really enjoy Michael Jackson's music. But the things that I'm seeing on the internet are not only disingenuous, but a lot of it is just straight up lies. And there's times where I can't even tell if it's just your typical internet rage baiting and trolling, or if these people are dead serious. I really can't tell sometimes. At the end of the day, we know the truth. We know the real. People gonna like what they like. They're gonna listen to what they want to listen to. They're gonna talk about what they want to talk about. They're gonna be a fan of who they want to be a fan of. That's just how it works. That's how it's gonna be. But you don't have to be a fan of somebody while putting down somebody else. Does that make sense? You don't have to be a Drake fan and put down Michael Jackson. You don't have to be a Michael Jackson fan and put down Drake. First of all, they don't even really have the same fan base. Like, Michael Jackson is the king of pop. Drake is undoubtedly one of the greats of our generation, and nobody's trying to take that away from him. But it gets to a point where when you drop music and people are constantly, even yourself to an extent, Aubrey, when people and yourself are trying to constantly compare you to the next person every time you drop music, sometimes it's gonna get a little crazy, because it starts to give off insecure. That's a word that people have used to describe Drake a lot, is insecure. Every time you drop music, we don't need to hear who you or your fans believe you're better than. We don't. You're great. You're great in your own right. That's fine. You don't have to constantly compare yourself. Michael Jackson wasn't comparing himself to nobody when he dropped music. So I don't understand. I don't get it. Two things can be true at once. I don't understand it. But what's really getting me is the clear context that people are choosing to ignore to fuel their claims that Drake is surpassing Michael Jackson. We're comparing an artist that put out all his music pre-streaming era. This means that when Mike Jack was dropping music, there was no streaming. We're comparing that to an artist that, first of all, when Drake blew up, I didn't even say this, when Drake blew up was the year Michael Jackson died. Drake made his first song in 2006, I believe, but he didn't really skyrocket into fame until 2009, which is the year that Mike Jack perished. So basically, you had 16 years of this man not even being around anymore, and it's only now where you're just starting to break one, maybe two records of his. Let's be serious, bro. Let's be serious. And again, I am a Drake fan, but I'm not about to sit up here and lie about nothing. I'm not about to sit up here and lie to bring up one person. I'm not gonna do that. I just simply don't understand why people feel like they have to do that. Like, you can't just enjoy the music and do your thing. You can't do that. It's really crazy, because Drake is definitely a great, but I think anybody with a real brain and knows anything about Michael Jackson's career knows that it's not close. Michael Jackson's greatness is not just within his music and what his music was doing. The cultural impact and influence of Michael Jackson's music exceeds Drake astronomically. Yeah, Drake dropped the album and it has the little Michael Jackson hand doing the 6 sign, but that's Mike Sauce. You use Mike Sauce. I don't care if a bunch of football teams or Papa John's and DoorDash was using your album cover and making little memes out of it on Twitter. That all originated with Mike Jack Sauce. And then you posted a picture with the glove on and said it was autographed. That's all Mike Jack Sauce. How is that not considered, like, how's that not considered meat riding? And then people want to turn around and say, oh yeah, he surpassed it. No. Drake is a great. He is great. Yes, he is. That's undeniable. He makes good music. Not all of it's good, but he makes good and great music. Yes, but he is not close to Michael Jackson for so many reasons beyond streaming numbers. If I'm in a discussion with you about two artists and you bring up streaming numbers, I'm out of there. I'm not having that conversation with you no more, because clearly, like, you're not arguing with a sense of like knowledge. You're just kind of talking based off bias and emotions. But I'm not gonna let this sit here and get me all worked up. Just go on Twitter and see what people are saying, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Two things can be true at one time. Once again, you don't have to put down one artist to bring up the other. You don't always have to compare two artists. And I think every adult that's not just rage baiting and trying to get engagements knows that Mike and Drake are not comparable. I think we all know that. But hey, let me know what y'all think. I'll see y'all in the next video. It's been Jordy.
Purchase the track today. This is your game.